Hi, this is Ashley back with another reading. Before we get into the reading, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. So I'm going to ask a few questions about a few different people. I'm going to do Cardi, Normani, okay, how they feel about each other. I'm going to do how does Nicki feel about this potential Cardi B and Drake record. I'm going to see if Nicki is jealous of Megan Thee Stallion, because that's what everybody be saying. I see all these other people saying that they feel like Nicki is bitter. So I want to see if there's any truth to it, okay? Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Like I said before, follow me on Instagram, @ashmiracle_, okay? So let's start off with this. How does Nicki, actually, you know what, let me start off with Cardi B and Normani since they drop it. Okay, how does Cardi and Normani feel about each other? Cardi B and Normani, how do they feel about each other? Cardi B and Normani, how do they feel about each other? So it's definitely more of a working relationship. Their relationship is made off of working together. They do see each other in a positive light though, okay? So Normani does generally like Cardi B, genuinely, not generally, but genuinely like Cardi B, okay? So the Four of Pentacles is here. This talks about a good investment. So they see each other as a good investment, okay? They see each other as a good investment, like, you know, we're both going to benefit from this, okay? We also have the Knight of Cups. This talks about passion. This talks about creativity. So Normani is very passionate about this single. She wants this single to thrive. She wants it to be successful, okay? Seven of Cups. They're both going to be collaborating with other people, okay? So there's more collaborations for Cardi and Normani, okay? Not just Cardi B, okay? We also have the Six of Cups. This talks about playfulness, helping each other, spontaneous, innocent. So, their relationship is a genuine relationship. They genuinely do like each other. It's more work than it is, I guess you would say, a friendship for behind the scenes or a friendship that's not in the industry. This is definitely a business relationship. Okay, we have the Hangman. This talks about it kind of being stalemate, which means that after they work with each other, they may not continue to talk. Okay, they may not continue to text back and forth. It's strictly business for them, okay? The Knight of Swords is here in reverse. This talks about kind of feeling burnt out. So they both do feel burnt out because they got a lot of work that they're going to be getting done, okay? So they do genuinely feel, I guess, positive towards each other. So they do have a connection. How does Normani really feel about Cardi B? Normani, how does she really feel about Cardi B? Yeah, so she's genuinely satisfied with Cardi B. This talks about no bad blood, okay? So we have the Nine of Cups. That talks about being satisfied, okay? The Queen of Swords. It talks about when you're trying to be unbiased. So she doesn't want to be put in between Nicki and Cardi. That's something that she is aware of due to the fans. She doesn't want to be put in between Cardi and Nicki Minaj and the King of Pentacles. When she thinks of Cardi B, she thinks of abundance. She thinks about successfulness, okay? So that's why she wanted to collaborate with her. She sees success when she sees Cardi B. The King of Wands is here. This talks about a leader, okay? A leader, abundance. This talks about business, okay? So when she thinks about Cardi B, she thinks about success. We do have the Ten of Pentacles here in reverse. Okay, this talks about the dark side of wealth. This talks about, you know, manipulation. So she does feel like, you know, Cardi B was put here for a purpose. Okay, she does know that, you know, obviously she is getting a push, but that just makes her want to collaborate with Cardi even more. But she does genuinely like Cardi B. So they do like each other. Okay, so it's not like they were just scheming. You know, Cardi didn't, you know, collaborate with Normani just to spite Nicki Minaj. It was really a genuine relationship that they have, but it's more business. Okay, so after the collaboration, you may not see them kiki like that because it's just a business. Okay, let's see about this collaboration with Drake and Cardi B. How does Drake feel about Cardi B? Drake, how does he feel about Cardi B? Very interesting. Interesting. Okay, so the 10 of Wands is here. This talks about burden. So he does feel like the collaboration with Cardi B could be a burden on him. He feels like it's going to cause a strain. Okay, now I don't know if Nicki and him talked about it, but he does feel like it's going to cause a burden. Okay, he feels like, you know, people are going to be upset. The Magician card is here in reverse. This talks about manipulation. This talks about, you know, strategically planning. So he does feel like, not necessarily Cardi B, but he does feel like her label does do underhanded things. Okay, he feels like they do. Okay, so we also have the 10 of Pentacles. It talks about building a family foundation. So he doesn't really want this collaboration to he doesn't want this collaboration to really hinder his relationship with Nicki. That is in the back of his mind. He does genuinely see Cardi B in an okay light. I wouldn't say necessarily positive or negative. It is almost like he doesn't really have feelings for her generally, okay? But he does find her to be successful. The King of Wands is here. This talks about success. So he does find her to be successful and very lucrative to work with, okay? So he does find, like, you know, he will make a lot of money working with her. The King of Pentacles, this talks about business. So that does play in the back of his mind. Let's see. How will Nicki Minaj feel? How does Nicki Minaj feel about this potential Cardi B and Drake record? How does Nicki Minaj feel about this potential Cardi B and Drake record? Nicki Minaj. I'll be honest with you, she will feel some type of way. I didn't think she would. She will feel some type of way about this record coming out with Drake and Cardi B. The 4 of Pentacles is here that talks about a bad investment. What I think it is, you know, the energy that I'm really picking up on is that we all know how, like, Cardi got into the game. So I don't think Nicki will ever fully see Cardi B in a positive way or in a positive light. So she's going to always feel some type of way. The 4 of Pentacles is here. This talks about bad investments. This talks about greed. You know, the Knight of Swords, this talks about somebody that will do anything to succeed. That's how she views Cardi B, like somebody that will do anything to get to the top, okay? Has no conscience. That's how she views Cardi B, like somebody that doesn't have a conscience, will do anything to get to the top. You know, we have the Knight of Cups. This talks about somebody that could be emotionally manipulative, okay? So that's how she views Cardi B. So with that being said, she's not going to be happy about this coming out, okay? She's not. The 7 of Cups, this talks about she wants to work with people too. So she's going to be putting out features too. Okay, so she's going to be putting out more features. The Ace of Swords doesn't think that, the record should come out. This talks about, the Ace of Swords in reverse kind of represents trying to extending the olive branch, but also rejecting it. So she feels like he should have rejected doing the song, but the song exists. It already happened. It's there in the stash, okay? But it's just not out yet, okay? But the Six of Cups is here too. This talks about a lack of playfulness. So it's almost like it could cause an issue if the record comes out. Now, I don't know if, Nicki vocalized that to Drake, but she really do feel some type of way if the record comes out. She knows about the record. She knows about it, but she's going to feel some type of way if it comes out. So I don't know if Drake would risk it like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it might go #1. Yeah, it might get trending. But is it worth after you just had to build that relationship with Nicki Minaj again? Now, I'm not saying that Nicki has that pull to stop a feature. I don't think that Nicki has that pull to kind of stop a feature with Drake, but he does value what she thinks, okay? So if they have a conversation, she says, you know what, you can do what you want, but, me and you, we may not be cool. I feel like Drake might push back on that feature because it looks like it will irritate her, okay? Let's see. How does Nicki Minaj feel about Cardi B? Because that's very interesting. I didn't think she would care about that feature. How does Nicki Minaj feel about Cardi B? How does she really feel about Cardi B right now? Okay, yeah, she has past resentment towards Cardi. She has past resentment towards Cardi, okay? It looks like, people are pushing them to really get together, though. People are pushing for some sort of, I wouldn't say collaboration, but maybe they can, make amends. The same way people are pushing for her to make amends with Lil' Kim, people want her to make amends with certain people. They feel like it would be a good look for her. The Five of Swords, this talks about past resentment. Like, I really haven't fully forgiven you for something, okay? We also have the Tower card. This talks about transitioning, a change, okay? This talks about them having a tower moment, several tower moments. Seven of Pentacles, this talks about success. So she does view Cardi B as successful. She's not going to deny her success. The Two of Cups, this talks about, they could possibly get back in harmony. They're not going to be the best of friends, but they can possibly get back in harmony. But a conversation would need to be had between both of them, not between teams, not between assistants, but them two alone, okay? The Five of Pentacles in reverse, it talks about resisting an inevitable end. This talks about, taking a loss. So Nicki doesn't want to be pushed out the game. She feels like she's being pushed, okay? She doesn't want to be pushed out the game, so she's trying to resist an inevitable end, okay? And then we also have the Temperance card here. This talks about an imbalance. So there's a possibility for them to really reconnect, but they would have to have a conversation with just them two, not anybody else, okay? When people start getting, involved in teams and Bobby Lights and, Hennessy, when people like that start getting involved and, even the fans, it can create more of a diversion. So it would just need to be them two, okay? Let's see. What else did I want to ask? Okay, so we asked about Drake, Nicki, in that Cardi B record, Normani and Cardi B. How does Beyonce feel about Normani releasing music? I want to ask that. How does Beyonce feel about Normani releasing music? Beyonce, how does she feel about Normani releasing music? It's like she don't really feel connected to Normani like that. She does value her I guess her talent. Okay, so the Ace of Cups. This talks about success. This talks about, I think you're talented. I think you're successful. The Sun card does see her in a positive light. Okay, so she does view Normani in a positive light, but there's no real connection between them. Okay. We also have the Three of Swords. This talks about an ending of something. This talks about, heartache and pain. So she feels like Normani is not going to reach super high stardom, okay? But she does feel like, she is successful. But she doesn't necessarily view her as somebody that's going to reach a magnitude of a Beyonce. Like, be in the game for 30 years, have that longevity. She doesn't feel like it's going to happen for Normani. We also have the Fool card. This talks about being a free spirit. So she does feel like, Normani's a free spirit. She's carefree. There's no general connection that they have, though. She doesn't have a connection with them. The Lover's card is here in reverse. This talks about disharmony. Like, yeah, you're talented, but I don't really care about you like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's just honestly how Beyonce feels, because she's not making money off of Normani. So, of course, you don't really care about Normani like that. Okay, so let's see. Is Nicki Minaj jealous of Megan Thee Stallion? Because DJ Academic said it. I saw a few other content creators say it. So, let's see. Is Nicki Minaj jealous of Megan Thee Stallion? Nicki Minaj, is she jealous of Megan Thee Stallion? No, I wouldn't say I really don't think that she's jealous. I think it's more of the energy I'm picking up on is like you betrayed me, or you weren't completely honest. I don't really trust you, okay? That's the energy that I'm picking up on. I don't really see jealousy in here, okay? I'm seeing more of, our relationship ran its course. The Hangman is here. This talks about stalemate. This talks about stalemate, withdrawal. So she just removed herself from the relationship. We also have, the King of Cups here. That talks about when somebody is able to kind of finesse, get their way. That's how she kind of feels about Megan. Somebody that's able to kind of finesse and get her way. The Seven of Cups. This talks about gaining opportunities. Okay, she feels like, you gained opportunities off of me. Okay, I gave you, I wouldn't say clout, but I gave you fans, basically. Some of the barbs didn't really know who you are. I gave you fans. I put you in that spotlight. You know what I'm saying? The Seven of Wands is here in reverse. It talks about feeling overwhelmed. She kind of feels overwhelmed by the whole Megan situation, because it was kind of caught off guard. The Eight of Wands is here. This talks about, there's an imbalance in their relationship, okay? They're not on the same page. There is this opportunity for them to really also sit down and talk. It looks like people want Nicki to make amends with people because they feel like she looks bitter when she is, I guess, to herself and everybody else is collaborating. You see Cardi collaborating with all these females, and it makes Nicki look bitter, they feel like, because she's not collaborating with the chicks that are super hot. She'll collaborate with a Bia, but, she turned down a Cardi B. She turned down the City Girls. She turned down a Megan. They feel like that she's jealous, okay? But I don't think that she's jealous. It's almost like, I don't fully trust you, okay? Let's see. Why does I would say some of the people in the general public, I just want to ask this question. Why do some of the people in the general public think that Nicki Minaj is bitter? Why do some of the people in the general public feel like Nicki Minaj is bitter? Okay, so they feel like she needs to move on. The Six of Swords, This talks about, you know, you had your time, now it's gone. Like, you know, you don't stay on top forever. So that's how they feel. Like, you know, you had your time, it's time for you to move on. This talks about moving forward, forgiveness. We also have the High Priestess card here in reverse. This talks about disconnection. They feel like there's a disconnect between her music. They feel like the music is not the same, the disconnect. I feel like Nicki's music has gotten better over time. People say that they feel like there's been a change. I feel like it's gotten better. And then we also have the Wheel of Fortune. This talks about good and bad karma. So they feel like some people feel like she's getting her karma and some people feel like she's not. People just have a difference in opinion, but a lot of people feel like she's getting her karma. I don't know what it is about this whole Lil' Kim situation. Like, people forget that Lil' Kim was in jail, then she had to come back and kind of start all over. But, you know, whatever. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. I will see you in the next video. I might do a part 2, I might not. But anyway, have a great day.